Hey guys, well, it is March 30th, Wednesday. No babies yet. Hey girls, how we doing? No babies yet, and matter of fact, our first sons are about, 3 or 4 days past due? I've had them inside for a couple days. We're gonna go in and show you that in just a minute. Gonna stop see the guys. How we doing, guys? How's everybody doing, huh? Well, I tell you what, they are getting big and they're growing some horns. That is for sure. All right, hey, I wanted to make one real quick before we go in, show you a change I have made. Normally when I feed, I had a round bale in there and I had a round bale over here for the rams, and that's what I fed off of the alfalfa. That one was running out. I didn't want to put another one in. So I was going to bring the last round bale in, but I made a change, and that is I'm using this grass bale instead. I've saved the last round bale. The reason is, well, 30th of March, we're right here. I've been doing this for about 10 days now. We're probably going to be feeding some hay up until the first part of May. But I figured I have the alfalfa left on this one, and I could probably get, what are you doing? Somebody's playing. Anyway, so what I'm decided to do is I started out about a half and half, giving them half alfalfa, half grass. I'm generally moving them over to a little more grass each time. For these guys out here, I take some off there, I take some there and feed them. For the ewes inside, I got a small flatbed trailer. Turn around here, I can pull it behind my golf cart. So what I usually do is on a weekend, when I've been doing it, nice day, I fill it up full of hay, with grass hay, I put it in there. I fill it full of alfalfa hay, I put it in there, and that'll usually last me at least a week or so. So that's what I'm doing as far as the hay. I'm starting to feed a little alfalfa and grass. They seem to like the grass, and if it works, next year the guy's supposed to bale that all off. Who knows? I might end up switching to grass hay when it's all said and done. And I just noticed it's snowing, starting to get some snow. All right, let me go inside here and we'll check with you in a minute. All right, as you can see, in a few more days I'm gonna have to fill it up. This is what I do now. The round bale used to sit here. Now I pile a bunch of alfalfa, I pile a bunch of grass. I give them a little bit of everything and pile it up. Matter of fact, what was funny was the other day, everything was sitting here piled up. I have a habit, open the door, feed grain, come in and get the hay, and I have one of the 2021 ewes, Bingo's the one. She's always coming in to get a little bit of hay off the ground. I'd rather she stayed out and ate the grain, but she doesn't do that. She always has to come in and steal some hay. Well, the other day, I was in here, Cash was in here. Cash didn't think she should be doing that. Cash thought she should be staying out there. So we had a little interesting time for a little bit. Cash had his first introduction to a sheep without a fence in between them. And I don't know, maybe he's starting to learn something. We'll find out. All right, let's look inside, see what we're doing. And here's the two I got in. I got Kay-Ann in, and I got Billy Joe in, Kay-Ann on the left. If you really look at them, of course, Billy Joe, you got to stick your head right over, you can really see their tailbones. You can really see a big slope down above their tail, a big 45-degree angle slope. It's not rounded anymore. And you can actually kind of see the tailbone a little. That lets you know they're getting close. But I've had them in here for 2 or 3 days now, and they still haven't done anything. But as you can see, we give them the whole thing. They got the whole 40 foot here. And what will happen is as soon as one lambs, we'll split it in half, go half and half with them. Today, now what I've been doing is I can watch them in the house, and I've mentioned before that I can check on my phone or my iPad. Today I got the TV part working on it, and as you can see here on my TV, I can have all 4 cameras that are out in this area. So I can keep an eye on them with all 4 cameras because it's cold and in the 30s day I was in the house most of the day. So I had the TV running. I could go do other things, work, but I could see the TV all the time. And they were very active today. They're usually not very active today. They were really active. Maybe tonight. I think we're getting close. Tonight, tomorrow, I hope, because it's Wednesday, supposedly next weekend, the next 3 should be due. So what I'd really love to do is get lambs tonight, and by Friday or Saturday, I'd like to be able to kick these out with their lambs, and then I might bring in the next 3. If they're looking close, I might bring them in and do the same thing over again. Not for sure if we'll do that, but it is a possibility. We'll see what goes. But want to do an update, let you know where we stand. About 4 days too late, but hey, just because you've got a gestation table that tells you when they're supposed to lamb, you know what? They'll tell you when they're supposed to lamb. They'll do it on their own timing. But that's all I got for tonight. We'll come back. Well, maybe tonight. We'll see. We might be out here in the middle of the night doing something. If not, we'll check back with them tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Cash, what do you think? New snow on the ground. And inside, we got something else new on the ground. About middle of the night last night, I looked at 11 o'clock. Everything was fine. Both ewes were laying together. Nothing was going on. About 1:30, I looked at the cameras, and lo and behold, there were 2 little guys there. Well, a little boy and a little girl. So she did that really quick. They'd probably been within the hour. So I came out real quick, made a check on them, make sure they were both okay. They looked good. I watched one nurse, and the way the other one was bouncing around, I figured that one would probably nurse too. So figured everybody got what they needed. I went back to bed. So now we're waiting. Yeah, we're waiting for you now, Kayanne. Now we need you to do something. There they are up there, and yeah, I got all this fencing. Let me explain. Let me close this door. Turn this around a little bit for you here. All right, so what I did last night, let me get up here with these guys. I could just close this gate and close them in. But when I do that, she'd be perfectly fine. She's got little ones to take care of. She, on the other hand, would get all nervous as could be because all of a sudden now she's all by herself. She couldn't see anything. So I had these panels sitting around. So once I got Billy Joe up here with her little ones and I closed this gate and got them, then I went ahead, got these panels set up, set them back up, and now they're in good shape. Now she could see them. She'd be fine overnight. Everything was going to be good. So, Billy Joe, how we doing? Yes, look at them two. Now the one front, black, brown, and white, he's going to be just like his daddy. The one in the back, just black and white. And Billy Joe looks a little brown right now, but come summertime, spring when she sheds out, she will be all black and white too. So that little guy, he's pretty cool looking. I think he's going to look, he's even got a little more brown in him than his daddy had, I think. So, looking kind of cool. Now, here's what I want to do. I set that up real quick last night. I want to move it. I want to slide the whole thing up this way because she doesn't need that much space. Give her a little more space. And what she wants to do, and I watched in the cameras last night, is you can see she wants to be right down here. She wants to be by her. So that puts it a little colder right here. It puts those two where it's a little bit colder. So I thought, you know what? Let's just take this whole thing and move it way up here. They're going to be fine. She's got more room. And now the lambs will be up here where it's a little bit warmer. So let me hang you up on the fence, and I'm going to start moving stuff around. All right, I just got it tied on one spot. I didn't think anybody was going to be too tough on it. Make it that hard. Gonna have to get by the rope here. There we go. Sometimes it's a little awkward, but it gets there. Yeah, we'll tie that back. All right, we're gonna tie that one back here. And then it'll hold better. Hey, if this is something new you haven't done before, this will be your first time lambing. Want to check, make sure mom gets rid of the afterbirth. That way you're sure she's cleaned herself out, she's clean and in good shape, which she is here. You can have them sometimes, they're a little slow to clean. You know, when I came in last night, I would say, well, I know they couldn't have been much more than an hour or so old. Let me get this clamp off. They may have been an hour, hour and a half old, something like that. I don't know, not a lot. But she hadn't cleaned at that point in time. Now she has. Looks good, but one thing to keep an eye on for them. How we doing, little guy? Oh, yeah, you're like your daddy. You look a lot like your daddy. That's for sure. All right. We have the first ones finally got here. In the middle of the night, in a snowstorm. But they got here anyway. And as you can see, it's, I think, 29 degrees. I got a heat lamp for them. I haven't seen them use it yet. Not saying they won't. They might. But as I've said once before in another video, sometimes the heat lamp makes us feel better. So much for them. And that leaves us with Kay-Ann here. She should be due today or tomorrow. I mean, figure she was bred and she was bred the next day. So everything stays in line. Hopefully, maybe we can get her in the next 24 hours. I'd be real happy with that. After that, it's supposed to warm up. I'm looking at it. Today, it's going to be in the 40s. We'll probably get sunshine, come out later, we'll get rid of our snow. After that, I see a bunch of days in the 60s. So I'm happy because I got 3 outside that are probably just a day or 2 off. And if they're just a day or 2 off, man, they could be any time now. So I'd like to be able to get them in here and get these guys out. That's it. I'm going to get this one done quick, put this video up. Instead of waiting for a Sunday, I figured you might as well get it now. Let's get it going because we might have a bunch coming real fast. See you on the next one.